What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to the Citystead. Thanks for coming back, checking us out. Today, working a little bit on the greenhouse. Now, as all you guys know, when it comes to projects, man, they can get pushed back. And I thought I would have this thing structured and nailed up and all ready to go, and I just throw some plastic on it come the end of August. Well, I don't even have the sides nailed down yet. So I'm going to kind of do a stage by stage build of this, and my goal is to have this done by the end of the month. Putting plastic up, that would be ideal. So I'm going to make a video maybe once a week on just how I'm doing this cattle panel greenhouse, and I will post them in a playlist so you can watch all of them back to back if you want. There'll be some other stuff mixed in, but mostly it'll be focusing on these greenhouses. Now, I found this idea online, and there's tons of things about how to do it. So it's not like it's hard to find anything, but everybody's doing it, I'm doing it. I want you guys to be able to see what I'm doing with it, because I got a small space, so I'm not going crazy with mine like some people are. So maybe I can help you out and give you some ideas on how to do yours. Now, if you're not familiar with these cattle panels, they're super awesome for anything garden related, any kind of trellis or arch you want to do. Now, I normally use 8-foots for all the other things that I got because I can transport them by myself, but I was lucky enough that my brother came up with a car trailer one day and we went and picked up some 16-footers because that's going to be a lot easier and cleaner for the greenhouse. So I do have 3 16-foot long cattle panels for this greenhouse. They're about 52 inches tall. So that equals, I'm about 150. It's like a little over 13 feet-ish, right around there. So 13 feet we'll have back, and we're going 8 full feet across. And we're going to lift it up a little bit. Let me show you down here. So don't mind the greenhouse because it had some rogue tomatoes come up. Some tomatillos back there came up. And then we had this giant pumpkin plant come up. And yeah, there's a pumpkin in there. So I'm going to have to clean it out. But until then, I'm going to leave this stuff because who doesn't like a volunteer plant that they don't have to worry about? It just kind of grows up on its own. What's up, Mr. Man? Yeah. Yeah. What you got there? You got a wood chip? Hello. You coming in? All right, come on in. You in? All right, now we got them in. So, like I said, I was putting 3 of these together, and I use tie wraps to hold mine together. I've seen wire wrapped around it, twist all sorts of things. I use the tie wraps. They're really good. They're pretty resistant to any kind of wear and tear. And I also work in the automotive field, so these are abundant, and we have them all over the place. So you normally have some of these on you at all times, and we definitely have them here. Now, for my frame, what I did was I used some 2x6s, and I got 2 8-foot 2x6s for my side to side, and then I have 2 14-foot long ones, and I nailed them on the outside of the 8-foot, so that's definitely a full 8-foot on the inside on the bottom. And then I put the 3 cattle panels back to back. I tie wrapped them together, and then from there is where I put the last 8-foot 2x6 in. Just screwed them all together. It's just a square frame. That's all it is. And we're gonna use the fence staples that we used on the previous cattle panel project the same way. We're just gonna use them to nail the cattle panel to the 2x6 on the inside. We'll put the nails right through it. We'll hold it right in place, and then from there we'll have to build our walls and our front and back. We'll build a frame for the door, and then we'll build some walls. I'm probably going to do a solid wall on the outside, on the back end, and the front end. And I was thinking about why I would want to do a solid wall, and it's instead of trying to put plastic on the front to get more stuff, because I'm already west to east or north to south with my greenhouse, so I'm going to get full sun in the morning from when it comes up all the way to mid-afternoon when it goes past the garage on the other side. So I don't really need like anything extra on that, so I want to be able to use it, maybe make shelves to hold stuff. You know, I want to be able to use more of that wall space that I'm going to build. So I'm going to do solid walls on the front and the back, other than maybe the door will be like a screen door or something, so it'll have some glass. But that's kind of like how I'm starting this thing. We're going to go ahead and put some nails in here and get it started to secure this into place so it doesn't pop out ever on us or anything. Do you want to say hi? Hi. All right, we're going to get to work here. So I got one side lifted and secured. I'm gonna go ahead and get busy on this other side. Now I'm gonna use a couple small screws, my drill. I'm gonna prop it up, put this underneath the bottom of the cattle panel so I can hold it up to the height I want before I put my fence staples in. The fence staples will be permanent. These will just be to hold the height level on it. Because it is a 2x6, so I got a good 6 inches on that board. I'm going to try to go to where I have 1 inch left at the top, which would give me 6 extra inches of clearance overhead in the middle, which is, before it was pretty short. It was almost just a little above my head. My dad's 6 foot and he came in here and was bumping his head on the top. So this will give us a little bit more space. It'll be perfect for me. Maybe a little taller guy might have problems. A taller guy might want to bring those boards in a little bit on the outside, maybe make it 7 foot wide, and they'll be able to have a lot taller ceiling on theirs. But I'm short. It don't matter. Then staple, hammer. Simple tools. Yes, I am left-handed. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take 2 staples per panel. One on one end, one on the other, and so forth. So I'm only going to use 6 for now. Once I clear all the inside out of here, I may put one in the middle of each panel, so 3 more. But that should be all I really need to hold this thing in place. Pretty sturdy. I got enough wood on the bottom where it's heavy enough to stay down, and then when I fill it all the way up, because I plan on filling this things with wood chip and dirt, so it should be pretty heavy on the bottom. I may even make planter box frames on the bottom here. One half I want to plant, and the one half I want to have as a pod and seed and beginning station for next year. Alright, all the sides are secured. We gained a lot of headroom once we frame this in. We're standing up a little more like that. A lot of room to the top now. So that should work out really good. Now, I'm using these cattle panels because I like the fact that they're a lot more structure. Once I frame the front and the back and tie these to it, they'll be pretty secure and they're not going to go anywhere. And these smaller window panels here are not going to hold as much snow. My brother built a high tunnel or greenhouse out of PVC hoops. And he's got a lot of space between his hoops. And I noticed that in the winter we get a lot of snow here in Michigan. He gets some snow buildup on the inside and kind of sags the middle a little bit between those PVC pipes across it. So what I'm hoping to avoid by using this method is that these are smaller together. The snow will not have a chance to really accumulate too much on top of it. And this actually makes a smaller greenhouse than what he did. His is pretty large. And I'll probably show it to you in one of these videos. We gotta get down there again and show you some more of what he's got going on there. Because my brother's really into this too, like I am. He grows a lot of stuff. He's got a greenhouse. He's doing the bees. And he's starting to get really into fruit trees this year too. So we definitely gotta go back there and do another tour. And I can show you his greenhouse and what he did on his. And you can see the differences by what he's doing and what I'm doing. Then maybe we'll go back in winter and you can see the inside of his and then mine. And we can kind of compare what's better and what works, you know, for different spaces. He has some heating troubles, I would say, in his because it's so large, whereas mine being a lot smaller, I'm hoping I can retain more heat. And if it works out, what we might do is add another one, you know, further down the road, or find another little piece of property here in town where I can actually put another one to grow more stuff. That's the ultimate goal, is to keep building, expanding outward, and perhaps more areas, and I can really do more for my community with this hobby, you know, that I got going on here. So, and who knows what could come of it, you know? Always moving forward with everything. Everything has a goal or a end point in mind. And my goal is kind of big, and I do have an end point in mind. And maybe I can get there, maybe not. We'll find out. So that's going to be it for tonight. I gotta get in. I'm getting eaten by mosquitoes. The kids are ready for bed. If you're liking the videos, hit the thumbs up. Give us a like. If you want to see more, subscribe. And again, I'm going to put these into a series of how I built this little greenhouse. I'm hoping to have it done by the end of this month. That is the goal I'm pushing for. And we'll do it in 4 parts, I think. So the first part would be the frame and nailing these to it. The second part will building our end pieces. The third part will be covering it. And the fourth part will probably be finishing out the inside of how I'm going to do that and what I'm going to do. So if you're liking them, subscribe to the channel, hit the like button, come back and check us out. I think we're going to do a lot of stuff tomorrow and then give you some videos throughout the week on that. So until next time, see ya!